Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be discussing the epidermis, which is the skin that we are constantly working to perfect and trying to beautify through either exfoliation or specific creams that we put on it to make it smoother, to help diminish any discoloration and things of that sort. So this is the skin that I'm gonna be speaking about and discussing today. I think it's exciting. I think it's important to know, to see how it works, because understanding the skin cell layers will help us to understand how to pick and choose specific ingredients or treatments to help our skin function properly. So let's get started. The epidermis, it is the outermost layer of your skin made up of a thin protective layer with many nerve endings. And this layer is actually composed of 5 different layers. I know, can you believe it? It's crazy, but it is. It is composed of the stratum germinativum. Now these names, they're kind of tongue twisting, and most of you have probably never heard of them, so don't feel bad if you don't understand what I'm saying, but this is just the proper names for the layers. The first one, the very first one, the very base layer, is called the Stratum Germinativum, and this layer is made up or composed of a single layer of cells that make up the lowest part of the living stratum. And this is the layer that that's where your cells are constantly and continuously dividing. And also this is where your melanin production is being housed through the melanocytes, which are the cells that produce your melanin. So that's kind of cool to know, right? Then we have the Stratum Spinosum, which is is actually a spiny layer right above the Stratum Germinativum, which also is also called the basal layer, or the basal cell layer. That's another name for the Stratum Germinativum. But then next we have the Stratum Spinosum, and is a spiny layer, and this is the layer right above the basal layer. I just mentioned that, sorry. And but it's not always referred, or is not always mentioned as separate, so you might never really hear of this being a layer. But here's where where they develop cell appendages, all right, where they resemble prickly spines, becoming what you would call desmosomes. And what they do, they just assist in holding the cells together. Okay, so that's the second layer. Now the third layer is called the Stratum Granulosum, and the Stratum Granulosum is it is actually composed of cells that resemble granules, which are actually filled with keratin. And also in this layer is where your intercellular lipids are being produced. And these intercellular lipids, pretty much, they consider as a glue to actually help also the cells to kind of hold on together. All right, so that's the third layer, and then we're going to go on to the fourth layer. Now this is a weird layer because it's really only found on the palms of your hand and on the soles of your feet, and till this day, really, the function of this layer it's still really not understood. But this layer is actually a thin, translucent, or almost clear like layer that lies directly under your stratum corneum. And it is made up of small cells, just small cells that let the light pass through. So I mean, it's only found in the palms of your hand and the soles of your feet. That's it. Like, it's not found anywhere. I mean, it's kind of cool. Like, if you actually hold you know how you hold your fingers or your hand or something up to like a light bulb, and you can actually see like red, you know, that's pretty much like your blood or something. That's actually that layer. Yeah, I know, that's pretty cool, huh? So yeah, you might want to try that. And then last but not least, we actually have the stratum corneum, and that is the layer that we are constantly sloughing off through exfoliation. That is the layer that we are putting our creams on. That is the layer that we're constantly trying to make it better, or make it look better. And that's also the layer that we're constantly fighting with, that just never wants to be our friend, because there's always something going on, right? But this is the top outermost layer of your epidermis, and it's also referred to as the horny layer because of scale-like cells that are primarily made up of a soft keratin called keratinocytes. All right, and this keratin is a fiber protein that gives the skin, or gives the cells, the skin or the cells, whatever, the skin cells, resiliency and protection. And it's found in all the layers of your epidermis. All right, and these keratinocytes are comprise 95% of your skin, of your epidermis, and these are actually what's constantly being shed and replaced as your cells move up towards this layer. This is where they start to flatten out and die. So all these layers that I'm telling you at, they start off in the stratum germinativum, where they're nice and soft and moist, and as they start to go up through each layer, they continue to go through a specific process. And this process, they're starting to dry out, flatten out, and die. And once they die, that's the layer that you actually see. So that's what the cells and the oils combined together is what make up this layer right here, what we see, which is a barrier. It's a barrier to the rest of the actual live skin. Okay, so yeah, this is what this process is actually called a cell turnover. And that's it. It's just, when the cells and the oils combine throughout this entire process, and they form the skin's surface. So I hope you guys learned something new today. I hope that I taught you something new. It's always cool to learn new things and to really see how your skin really works, to understand it, because that's the only time that we will be able to actually help it make it look better, because we understand how it functions. So until next time, I thank you guys for stopping by, and let me know what you think. You have any questions, definitely comment, and I will see you guys later. Take care. Bye.